I can't date older women. It's not that I can't handle them. It's just when we together, we don't look like a couple. More like mother and son. Sit down having dinner when her coworkers walk up on us. Hey, Carol, hi. Your son is so big now. I'm like, bitch, we having sex, goddamn. The real kind. In and out. In and out.
Hey, this is Narina Brown from Billy Blue Inc. I am here with Lawrence Killebrew, one of Philadelphia's newest and up-and-coming comedians. I want to welcome and say, hey, Lawrence, thanks for being here today. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself? How you doing?
I'm good.
That's what I'm talking
about. So, tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Lawrence Killebrew, 27 years old, from Philadelphia. I've been doing comedy for about 5 years now. 3 years full-time. Traveling a lot, just trying to get my name out there, trying to brand myself and stuff.
Cool. Let's get your take on this whole comedy scene. How do you think that comedy has grown, let's say, in the past 10 years?
Well, I think comedy has definitely gotten better than it has from the past. I think that it's a lot more venues, a lot more avenues to do. You know, before comedy was limited. It wasn't a lot of places to do it, especially for black comedians who weren't allowed to do a lot of rooms, weren't allowed to get in certain comedy clubs. So it was really harder to, get yourself out there, But now it's kind of it's more venues, there's a lot more TV shows to get on, there's a lot more comedy clubs to get into, there's a lot more ways to make money. But it's also bad because it's so much to get on, it's so hard. From so many comedians doing comedy and so many people jumping into this business, it's hard to see who's what and, to pick one person. So I think it's good because we got so many avenues that we can do, with so many different Bad Boys of Comedy, Comic View, Def Jam, First Amendment, and so many different shows that we can get on. But then again, there's so many people doing it, it's hard to be, distinguish who's what. So, I think it's good and I think it's bad. Like for example, a guy that's been doing comedy for a long time by the name of Tony Roberts. This guy's been consistently funny for the past 20 years. And he hasn't, blown up or made it. So, it's just different now. It's a lot more stuff to do, but it's a lot harder to get yourself out there.
How did you start? Tell us how you started in this industry.
Well, I started, actually, honestly to tell the truth, when I first thought about being a comedian, it was about 5 years ago. I didn't think I was going to be a comedian. I didn't grow up having that, that thought in my head that I wanted to be a comedian when I grew up. It kind of happened over, I just wanted to be in the entertainment business, something where I can be remembered. I always wanted to be remembered for something, and I think comedy or entertainment is the best way, because I could do a show and somebody who never even met me, could be in there and they could be going through something or whatever, been mad about something, and then that 30 minutes they see me on stage, they kind of forget about it. So that's the way I felt that I can be remembered, So about 5 years ago, I was in LA, and I was at the airport. Some comedians sold me this DVD, and it was horrible. It really was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And then that's when it kind of hit me like, yo, I can do this. So started going to comedy clubs, watching comedians, watching comedy, and then I just got the nerve to get on stage and try it. It was horrible when I got out there, but I still tried.
So you have this thing here called Tickle Me Tuesday. So you can tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, it's a monthly show I do at the Laugh House Comedy Club on South Street. It's called Tickle Me Tuesday. I do it every second Tuesday of the month. Actually, it was more so going back to me how I meant branding myself. Like when I first got into comedy, I realized that it was hard to, get on or to, do a show or to get people to put you on the show. So I was the type of person my whole life. I never liked to ask nobody or to wait for somebody to, put me on or to, say, yo, come on, let me get you on this show. So, I figured, why don't I do my own show? This way I can bring the people to me. So when I first started, it was supposed to be an after work show. So for people with jobs would come somewhere after work and enjoy some laughs. But over the past 2 years, it turned into something, more than what I actually expected. It turned into more of an event now. People look forward to coming to the show. It's a wonderful time. We got great comedians come down every second Tuesday, and it's something that's good. And I didn't even realize that I was branding it until after a while. I just chose a name that rhymed, Tickle Me Tuesday, and then it kind of took its own place in the world of comedy as something that people relate that to me. When they say Tuesday, they think of me, and then they came up with a little nickname I had. And,
Here, Mr. Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Mr. Tuesday, they call me that. You know, and it just took on a form of its own. It wasn't nothing that I planned. It just happened. You know, people, you know, just saying, okay, Tuesday nights is the place to be at. Took on a Tuesday, and then, you know, I like when the ladies call me Mr. Tuesday. You know, they be yelling my name, Tuesday, come Tuesday. You know, make me want to start stripping. That's another.
Yeah, we'll speak about that later. So, who do you look up to in comedy right now?
Well, I don't really think I look up to nobody. You know, I have some people that I like to watch. I have peers in the game that kind of motivate me in the aspect of most of my Philadelphia comedians are doing well in this game. And, you know, they're progressing and doing things. So I just kind of got to live up to who they are. So when somebody says Philadelphia comedians, they'll mention my name with them. And those guys are like people like Teray Gordon, Will Spank Horton, Denny Live, Charles Walden, all those type of guys like that, Kevin Hart. These guys are doing well, so it's like, you know, I gotta do well as myself. You know, I don't really look up to them, but I do kind of pick up something out of their personalities or find out things they do. You know, like Will, he's a confident dude. Teray, he's more so the comedian's comedian, where, you know, he's been in the game for a while. He's been consistently been funny. So, you know, that's what I want to do, consistently be funny. So that, and Kevin Hart, he's a, you know, a household name. I'm trying to get to where I can be a household name, where people can relate to me and relate to comedy when they hear my name. You know, so that's what I'm trying to get. Those are the guys that really, you know, motivate me, not necessarily look up to.
What would you say is your style of comedy? What makes Lawrence different? What sets you apart from other comedians that people could see today?
Well, I'm a no holds barred comedian now. You know, I'm just coming into myself, so, you know, I really don't have a style. I just usually talk about things that happen or things I see. You know, I try to go out. I do a lot of driving and walking around and just watch people and find and see what they do or hear what people say. So, but majority of my comedy comes from my family, my father, my godson, my life or things I've done, sexual experiences, you know, dates, you know, all that type of stuff, women, you know, all that, you know. So my comedy is not really a certain style. I wouldn't say I tell stories when I do comedy, but it's more so like I'm just, you know, just out there speaking or saying what I see or saying what you don't want to say. You know, that's a lot of stuff I do. When I see something that you're scared to say, I definitely say it. I don't have a problem. You can't beat me. So, you know, I don't have a problem saying it.
So I want to thank you, Lawrence, for taking the time to meet with me today.
No problem, baby. No problem. Where you going after?
I'm going home.
Home? You crazy.
Yes.
You got a boyfriend?
Yes.
You love him? All right, respect. You cheat? All right, sure.
Okay, thank you.
You sure you don't cheat? All right, just checking.
Lawrence.
I'm just making sure. You never know.
Thank you. So.
Oh, I'm on Facebook too and Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, Lawrence C3H, or Facebook is my name, Lawrence Killebrew, and MySpace. If anybody's still on MySpace, I still check it like every 2 months. So hit me up. And any other social network, Tube8, that's a porno site. I got my own one on it. Just playing with y'all. I do got one, so y'all. It's a small clip I had with my phone. Like, she ain't know. I'm sorry. It was, you know, guys, how you tape it and she don't, never mind. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Well, to find out more about Lawrence, to find out his upcoming dates, shows, and everything else going on with Lawrence Killebrew, please check out his website at lawrencekillebrew.com. This is Narina Brown with Billy Blue Public Relations.